So the reason that put this together was when I first started, which was about 5-6 weeks ago, there was a lot of talk of mobile first and app development, and there was almost an app, there wasn't an app, and all this sort of stuff. So I thought I'd do a kind of high-level overview of iOS development mainly, and a demo at the end of how things you can achieve with rapid development and managing your time properly. So, what is iOS development? So what is iOS, sorry? iOS is Apple's mobile operating system. It's used on all of their devices, like iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch. The apps for these are written in Objective-C or Swift, but there are many third-party JavaScript frameworks, and such as React Native, and we're using React at the moment for the web stuff, so React Native would be a great way for us to reuse a lot of our existing code and create actual native apps. You have to sign up to the developer program, which is around £80 a year, which is, you just have to do that. So, yeah. So the pros of it is simplified communication with your users, and that can be through the local and push notifications. So you can have direct contact with the customer instantly with something that they have on them all the time. So they don't have to check their emails, they don't have to log in anywhere. If they've got the app on their phone and they've agreed to it, you can send them direct messages with content that is just for them, for this kind of user, which is really great. They have a richer experience, and that is especially when tapping into the device hardware, such as Touch ID to log in. You don't need to remember your passwords anymore, you can use your thumbprint. And offline content as well. So if the user is offline somewhere and they want to look at some FAQs or something of that manner, then with an app, it will always be there. You know, it's not like a website where if you're offline, you won't be able to get to the website at all. You can go direct to it. And ease of use. Everyone has a smartphone pretty much these days, and it's almost what they expect from companies. There's a gazillion apps out there, and everyone's using at least one. So the cons, though, from a development perspective, is the provisioning profiles and developer certificates can be quite cumbersome. And the store submission process can be quite laborious, especially as everything has to go for review when you make an update. So this can put a lot of people off, and people that are new to this sort of development get put off instantly and normally turn away from it because it can be so confusing. Ongoing maintenance with the app as the OS updates. So when Apple updates to their next OS, it can have breaking changes that you will have to go back and change your app for. Really bad thing is bugs can live in an old production version of the app forever on someone's device, and that can be terrible. If there's something really bad in there, you will need to hope that the user updates their app manually to get rid of this bug. There are ways of getting around that, but in general, it can be quite bad. So the types of apps, really, when you break it down, there's 3 types. They are the traditional, which is just pulling, pushing, and displaying data. Wearables, for Apple at the moment, it's just the Apple Watch, but I'm sure there'll be like an earring that has apps in it. It's going to get insane, so there'll be more things in the future. And games, Angry Birds, Flappy Birds, and something else birds, anything. So, in the traditional app space, I've worked on a fair amount of varied apps. So from music streaming apps like Spotify, not Spotify, it's like Spotify, and planning apps, photo manipulation, and the first utility app as well. So wearables, I've got a couple of these live in the store at the moment, and the main thing with the Apple Watch is it should sync up with the mobile app. They have to have an iPhone app to begin with, and it syncs up with that, and it's a way of displaying data to a user quickly. It's not going to have a million screens and all this jazz in there. It's just going to be, for the ones I've done, the planners, it literally just has how many days until the birth of your child or the wedding date. Really simple. I did a prototype for first utility, which, depending on the user type, it would show information relevant to that user, whether it be when their next direct debit is or how much their last payment was. And that's quite easy to do, and it's really quick as well. So in the game space, I've done a few games in iOS and in Objective-C and Swift. And what I wanted to do is a quick case study of a game that I did, and it kind of shows how quick things can get done. So in this case, in November, I was speaking to my wife and my children, and I wanted to get something out for that Christmas. So I only had about 4 to 5 weeks to get it done. So we were there, and I was thinking, what could it be? Could it be there's a gazillion gift apps and all this sort of stuff, so I didn't know what to do. So I thought, well, how about a game? So I asked my 3-year-old what would he want, and he said Werewolf Santa. So I went with that, and I thought he knows better than me, you know. So yeah, he knows what he's on about. So he quickly became the project manager. So yeah, started calling him Young Simran. So that's good. Yeah, so that night, put him to bed, and I thought, right, so I've got to come up with some sort of image to kick this off. So I come up with this image here. I woke him up at 5 in the morning. I was like, no. And he said, what is that? I don't know what is that? And I said, anyway. So then I carried on with the concept, and the main thing with the time management was, I think people can make a mistake of breaking things down into small chunks, but they become too small. So you end up with things that are just nothing. You know, it's just, so yeah. So what I did with that is I did the 3 main things. I wanted to make it a Fruit Ninja clone, and the 3 main things were tracking a user's finger and things coming up randomly. So once I got through those 2 things, I knew the rest of it could be general. I'm just going to skip this. So what I wanted to do for this as a task was challenge myself a bit more, and I didn't want to take a month, I wanted to take an evening. So I gave myself like a 5-hour sort of window, and I wanted to make a Wealth Wizards game in that time. So, and that's what I did pretty much. So let me just connect my phone, and I'll show you. 50 seconds. Rush. Oh, bear with me a sec. Could have been better prepared, couldn't I, really? Well, here we go. So this should up here. There might be a bit of lag, but just. So what I went for with this was, I thought it has to be something to do with money, and so I thought saving. So don't. Right. So yeah. So what I thought was, I'd do it as, in the same vein as the Santa Claus thing, which became a Fruit Ninja clone, but with monsters varying on the different holidays. So there's like, yeah, that doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, so this is a Fruit Ninja clone, and what I wanted to do was, as money items come on the screen, you swipe it and you're saving, you're making an investment. And if you miss an investment, you lose a life. And if you swipe a bomb, you're breaking the bank and you're losing 2 lives. So anyway, it's really simple to know, but yeah. So click start, and it says save the money, avoid the bombs. So you're outside the bank. So you start swiping these items that come up, and you're at the top left, it's showing you how much you've saved. So if I miss one of those, I've missed an investment, so I've lost a bit of life. And then they start coming quite rapid, and the more investments you make, you make combinations and you can unlock things. And I broke a bomb, so I broke the bank. And I saved £8, which is pretty good. But this is just, this whole thing, design everything, took 5 hours at home, and I think it's just an example of, if you ignore things that you think are blocking you, which a lot of the time they're not actually blocking you, you can just get things done. You just need to know what you want to get done, and then it's quite easy. But yeah, that's it. I'm sorry.